What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another new episode of the Last Way Podcast. We deal with topics like ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, conspiracies, pretty much everything under the paranormal umbrella. Just in case you are new here and you're not listening for the first time, we are gathered here today with another new face and my usual time co-host, Buster.
What's up?
And our new, sitting in for this episode and maybe some more, co-host, Brando.
Yo.
So, he's a friend of ours. He's going to be helping us go over some stuff today. And actually, I haven't done these in a long time, but we're going to do some kind of evidence review stuff. And my old videos were just, picking random topics. But these, me and the fellas here are going to go over some of these new AI artwork images. We discussed it a while back, and now we're starting to see other YouTubers doing. Actually, I've seen a lot of people doing like Mad Libs with these AI things. And what you can do, the website that we use is Night Cafe, is what it's called. Just Google that, and you'll find your way. But you type in a word prompt and pick a type of image, whether it be like comic book, oil painting, techno, whatever. You type in a word prompt, you could say like Paris at night, and it'll give you, the AI will create an image of what you requested as best it can. It's pretty crazy. So, given what we do here, we're not really going to do anything super fun. Of course, we're going to use this as a tool for the paranormal, and we're going to use this. I've been doing it since I first discovered this a month or so ago. I know I've been talking about it to you a lot, Buster.
Oh yeah.
You can ask questions, or you can ask it what something will be, and it's kind of a strange new form of divination.
Mm-hmm. It's like scrying into the mirror.
Yeah, I mean, thoughts, Brando, so far?
I just think like AI generated anything, especially when things can be that detailed and they can like understand and comprehend to that degree, is just incredibly terrifying to me.
Yeah, and that is and we've talked about it in a previous episode of where we're going and what it's going to mean for everybody. And before we start this thing, and that's what we're going to do today, real quick, we're going to just go over some of these images and some of the titles or questions that I asked. But on a side note, I did see a Facebook reel the other day of Elon Musk doing a podcast or something, and he said we haven't been above the replacement rate for like years.
The population.
The
So
replacement
we're gonna
rate
hit like a population like decline very hard.
Yeah,
Oh.
He said like Japan has been below
40% under the birth
yeah,
rate.
they've been there like for 100 years, 10 years, something like that.
Since we neutered them in World War II.
Well,
basically.
more than likely, yeah, that's probably where you could trace that back.
But for sure. They
But-
went from samurais and Bushido to Hello Kitty and tentacles, you know what I'm saying?
That's very true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
Mm.
But
Destroyed their cultural masculinity, 100%.
But he kind of said that since that's happening, we're getting so close to that point of non-replacement that humankind won't advance beyond here. He literally said humanity will die, or will die with a whimper in adult diapers.
Mm-hmm.
That's how civilization is going to end.
Die with a what?
With a whimper in adult diapers.
A whip?
A whimper.
A whimper?
Yeah, like we're going to die old and
Oh.
Because there's
And
not gonna
feeble.
be any young people to.
Right.
to replace us to keep the world going.
Yeah,
Everything's
like
just going to fail.
evolution is driven by population.
They say if they
The more the merrier in terms of
manipulate
like
the
understanding.
hormones, and then they can keep people from even wanting to breed.
Yeah. That gets into the topic, a whole bunch of topics. But we'll go over the AI stuff first before we get to, because we always do freestyle chat at the end and we get way off topic. Everybody knows. If you've listened before, you know. But all right, so this first one, and fellas, you can see this. Can you also see this?
Oh yeah.
All right. So this one is, let's see. Basically, this is the ruins of Earth post-humans. Is what I typed in.
Okay.
It's damn near Mars.
Yes. It does look like Mars.
No, it's weird how like this AI we type it in and then it shows us a reflection of our psyche, basically.
Because
Because it's only searching, the
And that's all
internet.
based off of what we can imagine.
Yeah.
any
And this is
AI's
reflecting.
understanding,
It really is a mirror. Yeah.
the AI's understanding is gonna be based off of us, because we are what created it. So in a way, like AI is like created in our image.
No, literally, this is
Wow, it really is.
this is
yeah.
our
Yeah,
creation.
truly.
This is the Prometheus.
Yeah,
This is
I'll be down.
this is the reflection of our artificial subconscious.
All right, so you'll like this one. What does AI, or actually I asked, what do you want from us? Meaning I asked the AI, and this is what came up. This is like my favorite picture.
So Brett had actually showed me this image, man, and
Yeah.
I thought that it can be interpreted in like different ways. So one, it looks like we could be leaving this planet,
Right.
or two, that could be a super weapon.
It could be. It very well could be.
Yeah.
I think it's also interesting that the humanoid, it's humanoid. It almost has like antennae.
Yeah, and it's very gaunt as well.
Yes,
And that
very.
antennae could be just implanted in our head,
Yep.
hive-minded by the AI. I mean, who's to say?
So I also put forth the theory a while back that the International Space Station, the ISS, could be the AI that's overseeing our simulation.
Or the Dark Knight.
Yes, or the Dark Knight, something up there. And like this is just this rock. It looks like a rocket leaving the Earth, and what does AI want? It wants to leave. I don't know. I kind of thought it was. I don't know. That's one of my favorite things that have come up so far.
That's wild. That's very wild.
That's definitely one of my
It's like some like dark horror Toy Story.
Yeah.
And it almost seems like everything beyond that exact place is like just barren and
It's
devoid
gone.
of life.
Right. That's exactly the feeling I got.
Yeah.
Because you can even see where the green lush, ends right about
And
midway.
if I'm being honest, I've seen lusher greens.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, actually, I didn't really notice it. Like you can literally see this white line, like right across the middle,
Right.
almost like it's a force field or something.
But I observed that too. Or
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until I've been blowing it up now.
And I wonder how, like, to the capacity it can think, how much thought it actually put into these things.
Right.
You know,
Or
like
is
that.
it
That's
all just based off of an algorithm?
who
right.
did you say?
But
Yeah.
where's the line?
Where does the algorithm become thinking? But okay, so I didn't add just all doom and gloom ones, but I don't know what order these are coming in. So this one's super doom and gloom.
That almost looks like the album cover for a sick ass band.
Yeah, no shit.
It'd be like Stoner Doom.
So this one, sorry for another doom and gloom one, is what is coming for the human race?
Dude, that's
That's what I
That's
asked, and
kinda-
that's what came up.
That's something else.
that appears to be something very non-human subjugating something more human.
That's what I took.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't much care for that.
Isn't it
I don't
weird?
trust these robotic bastards, man. I really
Isn't it
don't.
weird?
It's scary. I said that right off the rip.
Yeah. So like, I kind of got either we're leaving, or something's leaving to this ship thing here, because it almost looks like a blimp or something has landed. You could almost. This will trip you out for a second, okay? Imagine this is Earth from the moon or something, and these are like clouds up here,
Yeah.
and this is water, and
Yeah.
that's a landmass.
Yeah.
Look at the colors of these right here.
Right. What was the
That's
The
the dark side
words-
of the moon right there.
what
That's
were the
wild.
words you put into this one?
What is coming for the human race?
You know,
Question mark.
I can also see that being an alien planet altogether, and that ship does not look like it's in the best of shape.
Man,
like
right.
it could have crashed into that.
Okay. You
and
see this creature on the right there?
A
yeah,
big thing?
Does
Yeah.
that not look like a dark fade of Master Roshi
it
at
does.
the top?
Oh
you,
yeah,
see,
yeah.
you see like the old man's head,
Yeah, right
the
there.
beard.
I see a little ear.
Yeah, that is just weird.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
don't-
definitely some sort of humanoid. But that's
I
what I
don't
meant by the
particularly
West
like it.
human.
Yeah.
Dude, but who's to say that that's not what the humans will be by the time they crash land on this planet?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
And what are the things behind them? Are those other humanoid things, or are those statues of some sort? I really can't make that out all the best.
Yeah. All right. So let's see how far I can zoom in.
That one cat right there on the second from the left looks like a mummy head or like a pharaoh's
Yeah,
cat.
they all seem to be pretty
The
humanoid.
one on the far left looks like a lion face.
Right.
Almost like a sphinx.
Yeah.
This,
Like, look at this elongated skull right here. Look at this detached, like, robotic skull right here. You see this with the neck is like a thing?
Or maybe that's a hat.
Maybe it's a
Maybe
hat.
they're all hats. Look
Maybe
at the one
they're
on the
all
left.
hats. Look how tall they are. Yeah.
They're just like immaculate
strange.
headdresses.
It's very strange.
But see, the character here under the Master Roshi demon thing, man.
You can almost... Okay, I thought that was something on my laptop, but look
you,
here.
Do you know what makes this
Look
even
here.
more messed up?
Is this not like a humanoid form almost, or some kind of form?
It looks like a humanoid form reaching down, like spreading his legs shoulder width and reaching down to scoop up this little humanoid. And do you know what makes it even more?
It does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
and do you know what makes it even more messed up?
What?
If that thing behaved like Master Roshi, because you know he was perverted, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
oh,
Let's
yeah,
not go there.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that does look like a damn child.
Yeah, it looks like something strangely dark and twisted right over this humanoid.
I like to think that the smaller humanoid would be the size of an actual human.
Yeah, because this looks absurd. These people appear to be...
That's the Nephilim.
Freaking Nephilim, yeah.
The Anunnaki have returned.
All right, so at this point, I've completely forgotten which one's next. So let's see.
Let's have it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
so
wow.
this one is for fun. This one is for fun. Okay, this one is astral projection of the soul.
Oh, wow.
I got like and I did anime is the theme.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
I get like a nice little ethereal, like, jacuzzi vibe.
No, it's like he's like peeking his soul through like this
The stream.
into the world.
Or it
from
could
the
be
bottom.
another plane of existence altogether.
Yeah, it very well could be. It could be a new plane.
Yeah, but I get warm vibes from that.
Yeah,
it's
I get
almost
good vibes.
it's almost like being submerged in a hot tub, but like soaking up the essence of like the ground that you're in, like almost like
Right.
rooting and photosynthesis at the same time, but of the spirit.
It is. I like that photosynthesis.
Yeah, man,
I do.
give
I like
it
that.
to me.
I like that. All right.
That's happy.
Put it on me.
So that was a happy one. Let's see if I got another one up here. All right, you like this one too. So I love this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's distinctly got like a Japanesey vibe to it.
It does. It's anime themed, right?
Yeah.
And I renamed it, right? I typed in something along the lines of Port Town at sunset, someone looking out at a pier, something along those generic lines. Right?
So you said nothing about the rose or the cherry blossom petals. It just threw that in there.
I don't remember at this point because I renamed it.
Okay.
The renaming of this is Destiny,
I don't mind it.
right?
See, looking out at the horizon of the sea, man, really always has filled me with like a sense of like adventure and like longing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Could you imagine actually not knowing what was on the other side of it?
Yeah, and that's exactly the vibe.
No one really knows what's on the other side.
I mean, I guess I couldn't say for sure that I do.
We only know what we think we know.
And we only know what we've been led to believe.
Yeah.
And believing is not knowing.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. All right, let's see if I got another one. I should have loaded up like 20 of these. I have like a bunch. I have a lot of these. All right, so this is what does God look like?
Oh, this was the one I programmed.
This might have been the one that you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like a like ethereal being like smiting like groups of humans that are trying to. It looks like he's just thwarting just straight disrespect is what it looks like.
You know what we saw? And
Making a lesson of them.
I don't know if you've seen The Lord of the Rings, the new show.
Man, I have a hard time keeping up with new series, especially ones that are
On
getting
TV.
weird. Yeah. Yeah.
There's like a gate thing like to the elven otherworld.
Into Valinor.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it looks like. So it looks like I don't know if these are like things going into the gate
What I
or
see
something being
What I see is a cavalry riding towards this great beam of light, and it looks like something has launched a projectile down in the center of them. That's exactly like they've been channeled down here.
Yeah.
They can't travel down the left or the right, and I see a cavalry charge with some kind of being or weapon just smiting them right down the middle.
That's some Warhammer shit.
That is. That's
I mean,
very
look,
interesting. Yeah.
even in this cloud,
kinda
you
see
see
it,
like
yeah.
a red goop, like almost like somebody has been just obliterated.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, I see these guys have banners. It looks like they're on horseback riding towards it, and it's just not having it. Is what I see.
To me, it was one of those images like that like hurts your brain. You're like everything
a
kind of
stroke.
looks. Yeah, everything kind of looks like something.
Stroke image.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
I
if you stare
see.
at it for
I
too
do
long,
see
it'll
the-
really
Those
hurt
are
you, man.
the horse
and
stuff,
look on
though.
the left. Those are men.
Yeah,
This
no, I
looks
see.
resembles an old Chinese style painting. Is what that resembles.
Yeah.
The actual human beings on it, and that back there looks like a wagon of some sort. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I distinctly see a cavalry charge with a super weapon.
I can see it.
That's exactly what I see, man.
Oh, like that's the weapon.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Oh.
firing it down the center.
Yeah.
And it just obliterated that dude and turned him into a red mist.
That I like it.
Well, that's what God looks like.
I see.
That's not
That's
what
what
I
I'm
saw,
saying.
man.
Like
we're here
retribution.
for.
You know what I'm saying? Divine.
It's
they-
basically
they've
an
been.
ink blot test, man.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I don't know if I have any more.
I don't know, man. I
Oh,
don't see
yeah,
how
what
y'all
is
don't
this?
see that because it seemed like.
Oh, this
very
is all right.
distinct.
So I actually asked the same question twice, but with a newer theme, and this was what does AI want from us instead of what do you want from us. This is what does AI want from us.
They want to merge with us.
That's what I took from it.
Or
They want to be. They want to be the next evolution.
They want to be us,
or what
Prometheus.
they want us to potentially create a vessel for them
They're
like
usurping the crown.
So you did all right. So the vessel thing we talked about in one of our episodes, this thing called the infant motor, which was
that. You said
this-
the infinite motor.
the infant motor, and it was created in like the 1800s. This guy was a very long story. This guy basically made this machine when he channeled some spirit. He channeled some spirits that told him to make this machine, and that machine would house the spirit of the new Messiah. And this machine allegedly was alive, it moved around, etc., etc. And that's where it
And
continued
this-
to grow and live forever. And now we have this.
You mean like you said in the 1800s?
Yes, and there's a buttload of stuff that happens in the 1800s that is insane.
What I like to think of is like relative to
Yeah.
the time, what they knew of the world and how they knew to describe it. And if this thing was alive, that would just be like robotics that we have now.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
maybe he just had already made, he was ahead of the game and made a full-on robot, you know.
Yeah.
And they were like, that thing is alive.
Could be. Very well could be. But that is what came up from the question.
That's why I think it's really important to have like a great vocabulary and shit, so you can always excuse me, so you can always like get your
Properly
express
explain
yourself, explain something. I think that's important.
We're way past the cursing time limit.
All right,
so you're
cool.
fine. It's fine. They I think it's like first like minute 30 or some kind of crap. All right.
That's weird.
That's the last one I got. I mean, I've got a bunch more. I don't know if the screen will mess up. So here's what we're gonna do.
I would like to take a crack at some of these sometime.
I have.
I really
that
would.
was what we were gonna do because I have what questions do you guys want to ask. So while I see if this is gonna work, you guys come up with some questions.
So does this AI actually it asks itself the question and it thinks on it and
So-
then does something, or is it just like hot words and keywords?
So I'm asking. I don't know.
Should I state something or should I like actually ask it?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wrote down, like, inner Earth cities. You can say things, but people aren't doing what I'm doing or what we are sitting here attempting to do. And that's why we're doing this episode, because I want people to see this crazy shit. That's crazy shit.
Okay, I want to do something fantastic, man. I want to see a griffin slaying a manticore.
I can type it in
Dude,
and see what happens.
like, that's what,
But I cannot
I just
make
want to
promises.
see what it does, man.
Okay.
I'm intrigued. I've never seen
So-
this. I'm intrigued by this.
Real quick, everybody, this is either going to work or we're going to have to take a break. Because when I switch to a different screen, it may cut my recording software. And it's primitive. We're a small group here. If
Hey.
it goes to a break, then we'll boot it back up in a second. For the second half, you'll miss 10 seconds.
Yeah,
No
just
big deal.
bear with us.
Yes.
Step by step, brick by brick, and piece by piece.
So it's either going to work and we'll be fine, or it's going to All right, what's up, everybody? We're back. I know it will only seem like a short break for you guys. We took a little break, and it definitely did just cut my software off. So we're back. We're on the actual website itself. We're going to be creating some AI art live. This will be interesting. So, Brando, I believe while we were off air, you came up with the idea of unspeakable horror.
Yep.
Now I have to spell things live.
Imagine.
It's like you're here with us now. Unspeakable Horror, and what kind of theme did you want? Now, these are some of the themes. These are the newer themes.
So, the epic one, I wasn't really. I could see like a distinct style to it, and I don't
Right.
think it was as at least semi-realistic as I'd like.
So, if you want hyper realistic, I would go artistic portrait. I can. There is more. There's more. These were like the ones that they started with. So you have like sinister, candy, horror, charcoal. So you have those. Those are more like it's going to make the machine think
Right.
and put stuff together.
So I guess horror, right?
Yeah, if it's unspeakable horror, sinister was always pretty good.
Sinister. I think the horror is calling out to us, man.
All right, let's do horror on this one. So we've typed our stuff. We've picked which one we're going to do. We're going to get 4 images for this because there's a sale. So we're going to create. It's going to take us back to my creations, which we're going to scroll down for surprise effect. And this one is Griffin slaying a manticore, which Brando just came up with. It didn't do super well. It came out a little weird. And then I had a realistic depiction of a Yeti. I thought that came out pretty cool.
No doubt.
That's wild.
Especially the chonker right here in the upper right.
You know those like snow monkeys?
Nah, that's the best, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like that one is really good.
It looks like if the Wampa had like a big burly dad, that's
Yeah.
what it looked like.
Like I think that's because I mean you would want to be big. I don't know what this.
What's up with that?
monstrosity
Yeah,
is
look
here.
at that.
It
What
looks
is
like
that?
he's
Horns or
he's
tentacles?
possessed by the chaos gods.
Yeah,
man.
that's
That's what it
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like.
But these two, the two on the right,
And
I
that one
think
looks
those
like
are
an
quality.
orangutan.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would want to be big and bulky up top.
Oh, for sure.
But you know those
But you think
apes?
they'd be big and bulky down low? I guess they do climb mountains and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be like arboreal.
Well, I mean, you got they could be on all fours, like this. It'll
Yeah.
make it easier than walking up
Oh,
a hill.
no, for sure, man.
you know the hot spring apes? They're like they
yeah,
look
the,
like
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
Japan.
yeah,
They
they
do
look
look like
chilling.
that.
in the
Are they
hot
like
springs.
some sort of macaque or something?
I
Almost looks
I
like
can't
the
remember,
baboon
but that's
family.
kind of what I'm. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like a lesser
So
primate, but this is like the big version.
you
Yeah,
know,
anyway.
so there's arboreal means it dwells in trees, and terrestrial means it dwells on the ground. Is there anything that means like dwells on the mountain? Is there like
Huh?
a counterpart to that?
Like arboreal is one of the trees, and so
Terrestrial is one of the ground.
Yeah.
we got one of the mountains. Would that not be terrestrial? It's just like a higher version of. I don't know.
Yeah, no, because it's
That's a
still
good
the
question.
land.
It's a different climate,
Right.
like a whole different.
Yeah, it's
climate,
not
so
even comparable.
ecosystem. I don't know what the right word would be.
I would say
I see where you're going.
ecosystem.
I would say you're going. All right, so ours will be done by now. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's not frightening at all.
I mean,
I mean, I guess we got what we wanted.
Oh wow,
All right, so
but
hold
it's
on, I can-
speakable.
that looks like he's
I
getting
could
ready to
speak
get,
upon
like,
it,
judged.
and I'll show you
Yeah.
that right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see. You buy a printer. Where's my stuff? See, I want to be able to pull it up. I don't know if I'll be able to.
This is very cool, man. So
So
I
that's
look
unspeakable
forward to
horror.
doing more and kind of working out the kinks and understanding
Yeah.
how to help it create the best version of it.
Yes, because there is definitely ways.
But do I
To
want to
do
help
that.
this thing? I don't know, man.
That's true. That's very true. So you got some kind of obvious dark, shadowy creature being.
It's similar to that Master Roshi thing.
It is
in
again.
stature, yeah.
Again, it is. What is up
Yeah,
with that?
it seems to be a reoccurring theme.
It does seem to be a recurring thing. You notice that,
Mhm.
Buster?
This hunched,
The
So-
like hunched, I'm holding on to their soul, whatever thing.
We were talking
the
about
puppet master,
Yeah.
the puppet master Roshi.
Yeah, that's
The puppet
that's the
master
real
Roshi.
monkey on your back right there.
Yeah. That's pretty. Okay, so that's an interesting. Our last like 2 or 3 episodes have been on synchronicities.
Okay.
That
Well,
I would say is an
you know,
interesting synchronicity.
if it's like easy to like ascertain, I feel like it's like easily observable that the universe, or at least the universe that we dwell in, like this reality, operates off like basic mathematical principles.
Right.
So who's like being a recurrent theme, it could be taken all the way down to the fact that everything's based off mathematical principle, and these things just like fall in line with these equations.
or it could be a scary ass like demon being.
Oh yeah, that the AI somehow has knowledge of, or
Right.
somehow arrived at this conclusion.
Right.
So, and we were talking about AI only understanding with us because they can only understand what we understand
Yes.
because they can only learn from and observe us.
Right.
What do you think would happen to the evolution of an AI if it was able to observe nature and things outside of humanity?
Mm. Oh, well, okay. Well, all right. So let's do this. Let's do coherent, and then what is nature to you? Question mark. Now with this one, I'm going to go oil painting.
Okay.
Anybody want to see something different? Just because I'm going to more of a hope for a natural feel. Well, it could be something else. We could just go epic.
And
Let's do
what are the
dark
words
fantasy.
you're using?
Well, I'm trying not to direct it in like a dark or positive manner.
Yeah, just asking questions.
What is nature to you?
See,
Wouldn't it be artistic portrait?
We can.
So my first two things I wanted to see from is me just probing what it does, like
Yeah.
to like, you know what I'm saying? I'm very perplexed by all this.
It's crazy. And
It
it's
is
just like
bizarre.
it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Like people are. It's picking up a lot now, but it's
So
only been the last 6
this
months.
is it creating these very intricate and deeper than we probably actually understand art pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think of how aware this thing is and how much it chews on these questions before it puts them out.
I'm just go oil painting because it's nice and.
So
we'll go
seeing it be able to do this with art, man, makes it even scarier to think of things they could do with other things.
Right.
Like if
Let's go anime.
if you gave one of these things the ability
That's a good blanket.
to act on its own accord and also give it like the ability to produce things like fabricate. I mean, could you imagine?
Once it starts self-replicating.
It's Skynet.
God, that's so scary.
That is so wild.
What's the new one I just made?
What, can we zoom in on that one again, the unspeakable horror, and like it seems to be. Oh, we didn't really dive into that one like we did other ones.
Yeah, hold on a second. I was trying to see. There it is. I don't want to see it. I'm just surprised. All right. So again, we will run into. I think we might run into the same image or the same issue of the screen stopping.
Okay, so you don't understood.
Yeah.
It seems to be there on the right. That thing is holding something up.
Yeah. Like you talking about this?
Yeah, what is that? It almost looks like a phallus.
Let's see if I can.
Maybe unspeakable horror is
it.
being removed from your phallus. Is that what it is?
That sounds awful.
Yeah, right? Damn, take my soul, not my junk.
At least leave me with some dignity.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I want to go to the afterlife hole.
What the hell?
Oh, so we can actually look at other people's stuff too.
Oh, that's cool.
I forgot to tell you. Yeah, it's like Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you could like post your findings.
That one's called Wildfire.
That's wild.
That is a wildfire.
Ain't that wild?
Yeah. All right, our other one should be done though. We'll revisit this one. I'm afraid the screen's gonna stop. If it does, we'll have another short break.
Well, if we pull up your image,
if we're gonna try.
Yeah.
We're good. All right, we're good.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, I
Beautiful.
definitely
Right.
have a good idea right
Let's
now.
dive into this.
yeah, he snatched his Peter off.
He's
look at him.
holding a baby, bro.
And look
at
on the
this.
other side. What is he holding over there?
It does look like. Well, it looks like machines. Maybe a gun.
Nah,
It
man,
looks
that's
like
a. Nah.
No, I see what you're saying now. I see. Okay, I see this now.
And does it not look it's been torn off at the bottom, or like it has a root system or something?
Yeah.
Does it not?
That's the wires, the mechanical wires.
It's almost like they're tearing it apart, and it's tearing them apart.
Well, maybe it's putting things on him, because if you look at this humanoid thing under him,
He's grafting it.
he is grafting it, exactly.
Yeah.
And he has the exact same pose as the Master Roshi hanging over the other guy. It's like that seems to be, it almost,
Yep.
what it looks like to me is like displaying subjugation, like to be stood over, to be under the yoke. It really is what that stance makes me think of. It's like something, some darkness hanging over you. That is exactly what that is. That's dominance.
I've had some some pretty creepy images. Like we're not going through all of them. There's like 50 something on here, but this is probably the most haunting image I've seen
Well,
so
I'm
far.
glad
that
we
I've done.
we arrived at that.
I'm
Let's
glad I
print
could
it
help
out,
you.
man. Let's do it.
You can buy a print right now. We will sell them on our website for
I love that idea.
$79.99.
T-shirts coming to you soon.
T-shirts and hoodies. I'm just
What?
Unspeakable horror.
I mean, it's even got like it's wearing its own like it's got its own
It looks like
insignia or clothing.
It almost seems like it had been grafted into that too. Like that thing is not natural, obviously.
Yeah.
That has been created, and now it's creating more with that humanoid being, is what I see.
Yeah,
And everything around it is scrap. Everything
the
around
black
it,
goo themed
like
on both of those.
Mhm.
Also
All
black
black.
blue, black goo.
And then the thing it's creating or whatever that creature on the bottom there, it only has one visible eye.
Yep.
and it looks like he's wearing a mask almost. Like he's got two eye sockets and an
look at
ear
this.
hole.
It's
You
even
see
got
that?
like word. It's even got like a word lettering here. That's a C.
And there's a humanoid creature in the back. It looks like it's also being enhanced somehow. You see that?
Which one?
In the back right.
Over here?
Yeah, over there. You see that one distinctly like human shape with the like.
God, dude, these are so weird.
And all this around it is piles of scrap.
Yeah.
So it's literally got all its building material around it, and it's pulling it out of the pile and sticking it to this poor guy.
This is great. Because that's 100% a baby, right here.
Nah, I think that.
You don't think that's a baby? You think that might be his hand?
He looks like he's about to insert it into him or something. Like he's attaching it to his back.
Okay, I see what you're
Or
saying.
maybe he's pumping him up. It's actually a fuel station.
All right, so on the other podcast that I listened to, there was this woman who went into past life or regression therapy, and she saw on her back a tube attached to her back, an ethereal tube. So the person giving the therapy said, "Continue it, see where it goes." And she followed it, in her astral mind, whatever you do when you're in regression therapy. She followed it up and up and up out through our atmosphere to a whole other planet where it was run by aliens at like a refinery. Or it wasn't, it was like demon alien. There was a...
Like almost the entirety of the area was like industrial.
Yes, but they were siphoning our life force to that planet's refinery.
So that brings up something pretty interesting. Like I think that
The Matrix.
no, like other
Jacking in,
when you look at basically, I don't know the real world equivalent of it, but like the geomantic web. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So something like that, I feel like exists within this planet or realm. That's why you have like the hot spots and things like that.
Yeah,
and also everything pyramid shape that could be potentially used the shape or whatever as a siphon of some sort of energy.
What is nature to you? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's like a whole like video game.
Yeah. See, I mean, we don't really have to dive into this too much. Obviously, it's generating what it thinks nature is.
It's not too terribly far off.
No, I mean and it's weird that it's like shot from like ground
behind
level.
the grass. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bug. That's interesting. I really like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I got one.
All right, let's hear it.
No, do the
You want coherent, stable, or ethereal?
coherent artistic photo.
Okay. Or portrait or photo?
Let's do artistic portrait.
Okay.
And then mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Oh God, mirror on the wall.
On the wall.
I wonder if this
Who
thing
is the fairest one of all?
Ooh, that's nice.
Now, we were talking about scrying. Where let's literally do.
Let's ask it to look.
Let's literally do it with the portrait.
The computer's gonna gain life. Gonna gain sentience.
I know you, Brand. You know it's just give you a picture of me.
That's why I told. I was like, it's about the
It's
screenshot.
just a screenshot of the camera.
Oh,
Wouldn't
dude,
that be weird?
I would.
Dude, I'd probably.
I'd nope out.
I'd go ahead and cut that computer off.
Yeah, we'd be done for today.
All right, guys, tune in next year
After
You'd
we
call
burn
me.
our old equipment.
Yeah, you'd call me tomorrow and you'd be like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" "I'm bushwhacking through the Amazon. I got the hell out of Dodge, man." You know.
How you got signal?
I grabbed my
Shit!
Don't
Throw
worry
the
about
phone. Yeah, just throw the phone.
You're right.
Yeah, they're on to me. Flick it in the river.
This whole time that you thought.
Yeah,
Look,
you've been had, man.
Look, it's not working.
You stumped it.
You've done it.
I broke the fucking code.
Good.
I can honestly say we're not really. You're downloading a game in the background. We're not running nothing else on Wi-Fi. The recording is still going.
Wouldn't that be beautiful if there was some massive like robot uprising, you know, commanded by AI, but you could just mess it up by asking it something just so insanely human
that's
and
what they say.
poetic. You know what I'm saying? You just beat it down with emotion.
That's what they say. They used to be like, what is divide by zero or whatever? Like,
And
give
it
us
was
some
so illogical that.
All right,
So
took
that's
a
why
while.
in the event of an AI
where you get off
uprising,
that.
man, women will fight on the front lines, man. They'll just beat them down with non-logical nonsense, you know.
Oh, look, I got a geometry one.
The heart just wants what the heart
Yeah,
wants.
man,
You know?
you just fucking throw them out there.
All right, so I got a geometry. I just did sacred geometry of the universe.
Ooh.
That's when it was doing the 4 images.
Oh.
Greek goddess of love and wine. It gave me 4 nice images. I thought it was really cool.
Okay, I remember there's this quote in a Buddha book I got, like the celestial book I have.
Yeah.
The big one. It's what does the sound of the creation of the universe look like?
The sound of it?
The sound of
The
it.
sound resonance.
What does the sound of the creation of the universe look like?
Got a nice ancient alien.
Have you
thing
ever
right
seen a color so beautiful and vibrant that you just feel like you can taste the thing?
Yeah. Especially like, tripping balls.
Yeah.
Alright, so look, this one I like. Okay, it messed up what I wanted to do.
Large white werewolf howling in the moonlight.
But I'm going to rename this Fenris Sleeping. Because doesn't it look like a giant wolf sleeping at night and there's the tail, tail?
It absolutely
It's like
does.
a weird aspect.
Or it's like, that right there looks like
The ears.
wolf doing that.
Oh, that. Well, look. No, I was saying is the snout and the ears, and then it comes around to the tail. So it's like a weird aspect. Snout, ears. Snout and ears.
So why are there 2 spherical objects there? One seems to be the
That's a
moon,
good question.
but the
What
other
if
one
it's
below
2
it
moons or 2
also-
suns, man?
That's a good.
it's another yeah.
I don't know. We can ask. We can ask.
Did you imagine getting into a loop by actually trying to talk to the art machine, and then it just makes images of what you ask it? Hey, why'd you make that last one like that?
Yeah.
And then just like
Again,
I
have a lot of
turn
these.
it into like a whole forum.
yeah,
Like,
essentially.
question.
Yep.
I get my daily credits. Trust me.
Well, that would be like too much if you could just keep doing it. I could see how the rabbit hole would.
All right, so I
Yeah.
did like Paris as seen from above at night. So it made like a cool little image.
Yeah, is that the what's that Arc
Arc de Triomphe,
de Triomphe
something like that.
or
Yeah, no.
no?
Yeah, I think it's Arc de Triomphe.
Did it create
Yes,
his
sir.
image, or did we jack it up?
What?
Did it create?
Yeah, no, it's there. I'm scrolling my way up to
okay, yeah, I got
it.
sidetracked.
It is. Oh.
I think I'm prettier than her. I'm just saying.
Oh wow, Arc de Triomphe.
So mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? That's what we came up with. It is almost like. It almost looks like she's in a screen, and the screen is also reflecting. Like if you put a doll in a plastic up to a window,
Yeah.
it looks like there's multiple glass layers.
Yeah,
going on.
Well,
and
I mean,
I also
that's
see
very symbolic.
This to
Wow.
me portrays like total vanity. It's
Yeah.
almost like she's looking in like a longing and admirational way at whatever, and she's probably just looking at herself.
Yeah.
I feel like she is looking
No, she's
into the
looking
mirror.
at her Instagram picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that looks like a screen light, man. It's just like a narcissistic, vain thing, man.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean,
it
is
seems
that
like
not,
to me.
Is that not all it is anyway? It's just like the vanity?
Yes, it is,
The
and that's why
vanity?
I cannot stand social media. It drives me absolutely crazy.
Wow, that is fucked up. So
It's-
the symbolism behind Snow White. Who
I
is
mean,
the
yeah.
fairest one of them
Well,
all?
Well, if we're gonna go into Snow White, we got to talk about the quotes and the Mandela effect.
Oh well, if we're gonna do it, we got to do it.
No,
man.
God, no. We're already. We've only asked a couple questions. We're already 20 minutes in for this half.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Anything else? Anything you need to know from the universe?
What does the sound of
Oh,
the
God.
creation of the universe look like?
What does the sound of creation?
I'm at 21% downloaded.
Get you some, boy.
Alright,
Get you
excited.
some. Man, I am.
All right. So I got. What does the sound of the What does the sound of the creation of the universe sound like? What kind?
Look like.
Look like? What do you want to be your theme? You should do a photo.
Yeah, let's
Just let it try to make an actual photo of
Yeah,
that.
let's do it. Let's see. Let's see
I would very much like to see the ultimate sacrifice in this thing. I want to know what it'll do. Man.
It's pretty crazy.
What is the definition of the ultimate sacrifice? Huh.
It will tell us.
It'll tell us. This is basically.
So, do y'all find it better to ask it a question?
I
Or
mean,
make a
again, it's
statement?
whatever you want to do.
I mean, like that's
You
what
can write
makes
a
it weird.
paragraph.
But it
and try to
seem,
get a
you
direct
seem
image.
to get a lot more interesting results when you ask it a question, because I
Yeah.
guess it seems to be like more deeper,
Yeah.
because it's like that's it trying to answer the question,
Right.
and that's bizarre to me because that actually makes it seem more like an AI than it just generating things that
Yeah.
you want it to.
Yeah. Because I mean, you can.
I like
can go
the
in here and
question
type
form
a,
template.
Yeah.
I like that a
The
lot.
statement's more of like a program.
Yeah. Because I can type a paragraph of a description, and it would give me almost the exact thing I typed. But this, like, what is nature to you? Like, it just by the word nature is. I mean, even if you take the nature of a keyword as a keyword to come up with that image,
And it
it created.
even did it from behind the grass, so it
Yeah.
gives it perspective.
It's
That's
a whole
real
perspective.
interesting.
Yep. It's crazy. All right.
So
I
you
think
asking
I'm
it a question gives it perspective.
done. All right. So,
I like that a lot.
what does the sound of the creation of the universe look like?
Ooh. That's kind of cool.
I like this one right here because I've seen that one in some dreams and stuff before. The bubble.
The cosmic egg.
Yeah. Very, very possible.
Wow.
This one looks like it's like a whole universe inside of like something small.
That's wild. Huh.
But it actually kind of looks like cymatics, where they put the sand on the thing and they vibrate it.
It creates
Yeah,
the
like through the hertz,
the
man.
hertz.
It creates. And you ever notice, like, when you're on a psychedelic, the pattern that creates through, like, the grain and the hertz experiment? The patterns that it produces are, like, basically what you see in all around you when you're, like, under the influence of, like, psychedelics. So I think, like, some part of that connects something else in your brain, and it allows you to see sound to a degree. I've believed that for a long time.
resonate to the sacred geometry.
The patterns.
You can see what pattern the air and the noise around you like holds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
That is wild.
So, all right.
And that's a motif that's traveled down through all history
Mhm.
and all civilization.
If you look at a lot of like indigenous art, especially like Aztecs, I think are a great example of it. A lot of their art just depicts like those psychedelic things, and I think it's just resonance. So it's almost like
Seeing sound.
seeing sound.
Yeah,
So and a lot of their
seeing sound.
patterns like resemble that.
Yeah. All right. So my next question. Well, I guess anybody that's watching the screen. Which, by the way, side note, thanks to anybody that's actually watching. Super cool of you. I know it's mainly just listening. We only do a podcast, and this is something new. But we're kind of having a blast with this. We really didn't
This is
do
fun.
anything else. But we thank you for sticking with us. So, okay, that's interesting.
And-
I typed who really runs the world. We got some Athena and like some goddess vibes going on. You know what this gives me vibes of? Assassin's Creed. The progenitors and stuff. What's her name? I can't remember that lady's name, but like the precursor Atlanteans.
Mm-hmm. Which
Yeah.
one was this off of?
Well, it's definitely the one where it's definitely 3 where he dies. No, whatever. It's one of them.
It's like I got to have a refresher course.
Yeah, it's been a while since.
I see a succubus, man. That's what I see.
Well, I mean, it's like especially this one out here in the corner. I wonder almost if it is like just meant to be goddesses.
Who knows? Or that could be like the false image.
Could be.
But then again, you know, we can't
trying to
trust.
figure out
Can't even trust ourselves half the time.
That's really interesting. They got different different elements. I feel like super interesting. What else do I have to do?
Well, let's see what is the ultimate sacrifice. Unless you got something you want to do.
We are freestyling this.
Love it. Fast and loose, man. That's how I try to live my life.
All right. So do you want?
But methodical, nonetheless.
What methodical? All right. So the ultimate sacrifice, or what is? Or you just want the ultimate sacrifice?
Well, let's get. I want to see it in question form, man. Those seem to be more
What
intriguing to me.
is the ultimate crap? Ultimate doing it live sacrifice.
And those of you that aren't watching
is
while
messed
you
up.
listen, man, quit being lazy. You can do two things at once. I promise you.
Unless you're driving, then just wait till you get home to listen and watch.
You don't have to listen to him.
That's
on.
literally what they do.
Like fast and loose, fast and loose.
That's literally what they do. What is the ultimate sacrifice?
Live faster, die trying.
Some of us. See, I can't
Yeah.
pay attention to you guys.
What was it? What was that? The lyric from the Falco song? The faster you live, the faster you die. Your commissar.
The Last Wave podcast does not promote watching phones while you drive or texting.
Look, I'm not. This is not like laws to live by. I'm just saying, you know.
You mean like
I don't
parlay?
think I'm necessarily responsible for how you're living your life. So,
What,
you know.
All right. So what theme do you want to do this?
Okay, that is a good question, man.
So we do have those older themes as well.
I want it to be obviously coherent and stuff, but I wonder what would give us the best backdrop for that. What do
is
you
the
think,
ultimate-
man?
So if you,
I do like the idea of dark fantasy.
I do like
think-
that as
okay,
well, but
yeah.
we should play around with some more of these and see
So,
the vibes.
we've got oil painting, cosmic.
Look, you're a distance away. Does that say Ganoush on over there?
It's gouache. I don't know if
Okay,
it's
yeah.
gauche.
Ooh,
Fantasy, 3D game, cubist if you want to get really crazy.
doesn't that sound like that should that's like cubist is like a dislike of cubes?
Yeah, it's a freaking hate of cubes. You got matte, which is some kind of, it's pretty nice.
Triangle power.
Horror, surreal. You can do surreal. Steampunk, cyberpunk, synthwave, or heavenly.
Okay.
Again, these are the more generic first round.
Dude, that whole Tron theme.
Roll it up.
Some of those the techno ones they look kind of cool. We also have modern comic book, pop art, black and white portrait.
The comic book sounds cool, but also the dark fantasy sounds cool.
We could always. I've got 13.
Like, when I
credits,
think
we
of
can do
Ultimate Sacrifice, I'm thinking Dark Souls.
whatever. So let's, because I would kind of want to see it. Well, I don't really want to see it as a photo, actually.
You do the anime, man. If that's what you want, let's do it.
No, I mean I'm cool with whatever. I like dark
Hey,
fantasy.
look, man. I think we've picked a few, man. If you at least want the anime, let's roll with it. Let's
Okay.
go.
It's Buster's thing, so we'll go with dark fantasy. That's what we'll do. Whoever comes up with the thing picks the thing. Dark fantasy.
Then let's go with dark fantasy.
All right. We're gonna hit create.
Give it to me.
Put it on me.
Lay it on the table.
Put it on the table.
All right, so we're gonna scroll down for like 15 seconds.
This really is a blast, man. You fellas are all right by me.
Yeah, glad you
Yeah,
joined us.
no
We'll
doubt.
probably actually end this episode after this one, and we'll just roll into the another Patreon. That way we can be more uncensored. So if anybody's listening right now while we got this little break, we're gonna do a Patreon, and I'll put that information on some websites and stuff as soon as we get that done. But we're already recording episodes, and it's gonna be a little bit more uncensored, a little more freestyle. Obviously, there's things we can't talk about on YouTube. So once we get that information, we'll get that out to everybody on our next couple episodes, and you can check us out there if you like to support the show. Probably gonna be like $1, $2, $3, whatever. It's a way to get past all these ridiculous advertisers and rules and all that stuff. It's the fans directly, whatever you can support. Or if you just want to listen, you can listen. But if you're on Patreon, you get Patreon exclusive episodes and stuff. So
You should make a website for this to base it off of, and you could route an email to that, so you could actually take like listener suggestions or questions or things like that.
Again, we're This is
in its infancy.
I've been doing it for
Understood.
myself for a long time, and now that we're like season 3, everything's getting a little bit better.
Mhm.
The co-hosts are getting more regular.
Onwards and
Refined.
upwards,
Yeah,
man. Onwards and upwards, man.
Yeah, and if anybody listens to this, they're also usually familiar with all the other Last Wave stuff, the collectibles, gaming, all that stuff. So follow us on Facebook. All right, so let's see what we got.
Oh wow.
Oh, what is the ultimate sacrifice? That is interesting.
What?
Oh, okay, that kind of reminds me of one I saw somebody else. Hold on, I'll download it. We'll bring it up and we'll examine.
It kind of like just looking at the little bit I did on this reminds me of Horatius Cockley's holding down the bridge.
Mm.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
It looks like Destiny 1.
It's almost like there's symbols.
Yeah,
it's like
it
an
almost
altar or
seems.
something.
It seems to be.
A
It
sacrificial art.
It does seem like an altar, and that seems like some almost like Templar-esque
Yeah,
type, early medieval design.
especially the way like the cloak and is everything's hanging. That definitely looks medieval style. This looks
Almost like
modern.
his
obviously.
light. It's almost like that. That seems to be a very male figure to me, and it almost seems like something is being taken away from him, either willingly or not so willingly. It looks like almost something's being sapped away from him.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like
sap or
his very
fading.
essence is being pulled, and it's purple. You
Yeah.
see that? Like it's ooh.
The sacrifice,
You're giving away your essence.
willing or otherwise.
And look at like what is it? Are they under some sort of shelter in the backdrop back there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It almost looks like some type of weird portal right here.
It does almost seem like it seems like a piece of glass, but it does
Yeah.
seem like looking into the glass. It is something beyond it that's not behind it.
Right.
It does seem that way.
That is wild.
So all right, everybody. It's gonna be probably an hour-long episode with just these. So we're gonna go ahead and end this one right here, and the next little episode we're gonna look at some more of these, and you can catch them on Patreon. So we'll hit you with that information later. We want to thank Buster for sitting in as usual,
Thank
and
you very
Brando
much.
for sitting in on this one.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Glad everybody had a good time. We'll catch you on the next one.
Later.
Peace, peace.